dams in Central Texas. In the last few days since we reported the demolition of one dam in Mason County, viewers have reported multiple other dams possibly illegal to KXAN.
And what can you do if there is an illegal dam near your property? KXAN's Eric Henriksen takes a closer look at the process, the penalties, and why you're likely seeing more of these this year.
On the James River, water is flowing again after the demolition of an illegal dam. According to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, the dam was built without permits and prevented water from flowing downstream to the Llano River and eventually Austin's water supply.
There are a lot of areas where your neighbor might not see the disturbance and no one would report it.
Beth Bendick with Texas Parks and Wildlife says reporting of illegal dams picks up during droughts.
I don't know if that's partly due to increased awareness. When the streams stop flowing, people notice.
Smaller dams or water impoundments like a road crossing are numerous across the state.
If we look upstream of Canyon Dam, there are 45 registered or regulated dams within the basin. However, in reality, there's almost 900 dams.
Texas State University professor Kimberly Meitzen catalogs the number of dams in Texas.
The vast majority of smaller dams are privately owned. Most of them were constructed kind of from about like the 50s through the 80s.
We get permit applications weekly for various kinds of disturbances.
Bendick says that TPWD oversees the changes to riverbeds in what is called a navigable stream, which is any waterway that is on average 30 feet wide. Once a permit is filed, public notice must go out, plus a hearing, before any construction can begin. If these steps aren't taken, TPWD can be notified and will begin an investigation.
Then we look to see what kind of impacts that disturbance has had on the stream function and habitat.
If a disturbance has been found, TPWD will require a landowner to create a restoration plan, exactly what happened on the James River.
Give them a timeline, usually within 30 to 60 days, to begin initiating the removal, because we want to see the river restored.
If the restoration isn't complete by this time, or given an extension, TPWD could issue a fine.
We have the option of penalties, but usually our first goal is restoration.
Now the TCEQ, which oversees water rights, follows a similar process for permitting and investigation. It can issue a fine of up to $5,000. It will do this if an impoundment is on a water course, where water can flow within a defined riverbed and banks, holds more than 200 acre-feet of water, or is taller than 6 feet. But of the hundreds of dams across Texas,
a large number of those dams are much smaller and don't meet the size criteria for the state, so they go kind of largely undetected.
Texas Parks and Wildlife and the TCEQ told me that both Central Texas and the Hill Country have seen an increase in new dam permits, but also reports of potentially illegal dams. If you think you have an illegal dam in your area, go to this story on KXAN.com to learn how you can report it to the state. Eric Henriksen, KXAN News.